What is up, gang? Calvin Wayman here, author, speaker, social media entrepreneur, founder and CEO of Cobb's Media. I just wanted to pop in here really quick and give some love to my man Dennis with the 5 Minute Bark podcast. I recently got to be featured on that podcast, and I just have to say, it was a ton of fun because Dennis knows how to direct the conversation and pull out the golden nuggets for his audience. And I've been interviewed a ton. I've been on dozens and dozens of shows, and what really makes a podcast stick out and makes it fun and makes the good stuff flow is having somebody that can guide the conversation, that can ask a question but then go layers deeper to get the good stuff. And that's what Dennis did. And why do you do that? I think it's because what you see in Dennis that's obvious with the high production value of his 5 Minute Bark podcast is that he's genuine and that he cares about not only his audience, but he cares about the people that he's being interviewed. He cares about their story, and he cares about providing as much value as he can to everybody. And so it was just a ton of fun being interviewed by him. So I highly recommend checking out Dennis, checking out the 5 Minute Bark podcast, because it is just top notch. Thanks, guys.
I jumped. What got me to jump, though, is the biggest thing.
Literally jumped up and down the ground, or just jumped?
Jumped from out of my day job, right? Because question I get all the time is how did you get to the point where you just quit? Because here's the thing. I didn't have anything lined up when I quit. But why did I? I had all the fears that would keep me stuck, like anybody. I have a wife. I had a 1-year-old at the time. And I had all these fears of I want to go be an entrepreneur. It'd be cool to go after and become something like the Gary Vaynerchuks of the world, the Grant Cardones, Lewis Howes. But maybe I'm not ready yet, right? And the thing that really made me realize that if I'm going to do it, I better freaking do it now, is there was this day that it's so, I don't know where it came from. It's so weird, but I'll never forget it. I projected myself 10 years into the future. And I thought, what if I wake up 10 years later and nothing has changed, right? What if nothing has changed? Or worse, a lot of us listening to this on the camera, we're entrepreneurs, right? And we have this fire to make a difference and make our imprint on the world. And I thought, what if when I wake up in 10 years, that the fire that I have to make a difference in the world, what if that fire died? What if it died because I didn't act on it? And the fear of that actually happening is what made me just say, you know what? Frickin' screw it. I'm going to quit.